Happy Friday. I wasn't sure if I was going to come on this Friday because I had a long day, but I heard persevere. It was in my heart. That's the theme for this evening. Persevere. And it was like, do it anyhow. Because perseverance, I want to use the word perseverance. Perseverance means continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, failure, or opposition. It is to keep at something in spite of difficulties, opposition, or discouragement. That's perseverance. And so we need to persevere in something if we really believe it, whether we have opposition, whether we're being discouraged, it doesn't matter. But remember this, perseverance can be for your good or for your detriment, right? Accomplishing something against all odds can be for your good or for your detriment. So I'm going to be unfaithful. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to do this no matter how many lies I got to tell, no matter how many times I got to hurt somebody. I'm going to persevere this thing. I don't care. Now that's to someone's detriment. And eventually it can be to yours if the person decides that they no longer want to be in a relationship. But that same perseverance, believe me, that same quality can cause you to persevere to be faithful. To say, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go down that direction. It's the same perseverance. It's the same quality. Yep. The same perseverance, right, that caused the Pharisees and the Jewish leaders to ask for Christ to be crucified. They persevered, because a lot of the reason why people persevere is because they don't want to lose something, right? They want to win something, but they really don't want to lose. So they didn't want to lose their power, so they persevered. They pushed Pilate to crucify Christ. They persevered. But the same perseverance caused Christ to go to the cross, but also caused Christ to be resurrected. The same perseverance. Right? The perseverance that it takes for you to be lazy and not do something, I'm just not going to do it. It's the same perseverance that gives you energy to do something. Does that make sense? It's the same. Yeah, it's the same. But perseverance can be for our good or for our detriment. We have to choose, right? We have to choose because qualities have both sides to it. It has a good or not so good side. You know what I'm saying? The same love in your heart, how you persevere with that can be good for you, it can be detrimental. You can persevere in the love in your heart towards something that is good, and it brings you goodness, and it brings you peace, and it brings you joy. But you can also persevere in your heart towards something that does not bring you peace, does not bring you joy, that does not fulfill you, but yet you still go after it because the quality of perseverance is still the same. And that's what I wanted to come and tell you today. What are you persevering in? Is it qualities and behaviors and things that are going to be good for you, or are they going to be detrimental for you? Are they going to be good for others, or are they going to be detrimental for others? Which one? You have to choose, and you have to know, right? You do. You have to know. We always, not we always. Okay, that's not true. That's the wrong way to lead into that. We are going to have to do better at owning our own accountability of our actions, of our behavior, of our choices, of the things that we do, what we persevere in. We a lot of times want to blame external sources or things outside of us, but really it's about what's inside of us, right? What's inside of you? Typically, we persevere for something that we want, or something that we want to achieve or accomplish, whether it's good or bad. The same perseverance that will cause someone to go into a public place, shoot in a crowd, release, a gun and shoot into a crowd and cause harm or death to people is the same perseverance that says, I would never do that. I'm not going to do that. No matter how angry I get. No matter how disappointed my life is. Or disappointing my life is. You know? So what are you persevering in? Because that's really what adds fabric to our society, you all. Are we persevering in what is good for our society, for others, for ourselves? Are we persevering in behaviors and activities that are not so good? You know, social media is a prime example of perseverance. You know, people persevere to post and put things up, whether they are good or whether they are not good, whether they benefit others or whether they damage others. Social media is a perfect example of that. You're either going to persevere to post something good or you're going to persevere to post something that's not good. But that same quality causes you to do both. Same quality. So what are you persevering in? What's going to be your choice today? Are you going to add to the positivity and the goodness of our global community? And quit looking at everybody else. I get we can't control everybody else. I'm speaking to you personally. Start with you. If each one of us decided that I'm going to make a choice to persevere toward that which is good, that which uplifts, that which encourages, we would all be better off. And we're only going to be held accountable for our own actions. So, what are you persevering in? And the other question is, are you persevering in it for something that is good? Or are you persevering in it for something that is detrimental, which may cause injury, harm, or damage? You choose. Much love, Keita.